Give me Charlotte at home -6.5. That's too many points. Give me the 4.5 with South Florida. Hopefully, I am going to be on the Buckeyes in this spot. Give me Temple -5.5. Give me Fairfield -4.5. I would have to lean East Carolina again. I think you lean SMU here minus the 4.5 at home over Memphis. Got to be on Minnesota at home -4.5. The spread is 2.5. I think I'm on Utah here. What's going on, guys? Monday, got some awesome games today. At the end of the video, I'm going to go ahead and put a free pick on the whiteboard. This is going to become a new thing. I'm going to do it every single episode. And every single episode is every single day. If you're new to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. Every day, I go over every game in college basketball and give my opinion on the spread. So if that sounds good, maybe consider joining the channel. What the fuck was the last 2 days? No, honestly. And people are like, hey, man, don't worry about it. Like overall, long term, when you're looking at a stretch of time that's at least a week, you've been killing it. You get a lot of stuff right. No, I'm not letting this slide. The last 2 days are disgusting. 2 weeks ago from today, I started a 25-8 college basketball run. That's good for 76%. And so much money was gained in that time period. But this prior weekend, man, these past 2 days, I just truly don't understand where my backbone went. Where did my balls go? Betting like a pussy. Scared to bet on Ohio State. Scared to pull the trigger on Utah. I had 3 picks out for members on Sunday. We had Minnesota, cashed it. We had Indiana, didn't get there. And then we had a Minnesota and Purdue moneyline bet parlay. That is a scared wager. Should have just been 3 straight bets. Should have just done Ohio State, Minnesota, and Indiana. 2 for 3. You move on. You gain a unit winning day. That's what I was doing for 2 straight weeks. And the money line parlays, that is a cop out. If you are looking at a game and you're like, yeah, I'm not really comfortable laying that many points, like I'll probably just throw them in a money line parlay. There are situations where moneyline parlays have great value when you do really like a team, like at home in a desperate spot. You really like them to win, but you're not sure about a spread. That's understandable. But like Purdue, that was a scared wager. It was like everything. And I even said on the video, I even said I was going to bet on Ohio. I literally claimed I was going to bet on Ohio State, and I didn't get there. I didn't make it an official pick. I didn't bet it. But everything told me Ohio State. But just because the one team has a number 2 next to them and all these other people are saying this and that, and I'm like, well, I had a rough Saturday. Maybe I'm spinning the wheels a little bit short term. Fuck no. I was dialed in. I should have crushed Sunday. Eastern Carolina. I mean, whatever. We got to move on. I only have so much time to do today's video. It's already 2:44 in the morning Eastern time. I had a lot to do today. Had to pack some orders for another business I run. And now it's time to get you guys some winners. And if you guys are interested in my best bets, become a member. I don't think there's a better time. We went 25-8, got brought back down to earth over the weekend. You know what? Monday through Wednesday has been my just cash cow stretch for 2 weeks now. I don't know the exact units. I'll put the record, Monday through Wednesday record on the board over my last 2 weeks, so you guys know what I've been doing. But screw that. I'm not betting scared. I'm going to finish the season strong. We're going to get right back to where we are and get back to like a 70% win rate. I know these games. I watch so much basketball. There is no reason to be doubting myself or any of you guys that are betting. There's no reason to doubt yourself ever. You like a side. I don't give a fuck what an article says. I don't care what this statistic is. I don't care what a certain team's above the break 3 shooting percentages versus this team and the 20-year trend of this team versus this team in the month of February. Fuck all that. You like a certain game, you bet it. You bet it responsibly with the correct unit size, and that's important. But guys, don't bet scared. It will get you in trouble. Go with your gut. If you do have passion, if you do watch a lot of this, generally, your gut feeling's pretty good. Mine's very good. We're going to get back to winning. Can't wait. It's going to be an awesome week. Let's get to these games here. I think that was everything. TikTok link in the description. Whatever. Not even important. Let's just get to these games. Let's do it. There's not too many. Tuesdays are amazing. Love Tuesdays, but I think it's a pretty good Monday. So first game on the slate for me right here is Virginia Tech. So Virginia Tech already played at Virginia, lost the game by 8. Didn't crack the 60-point threshold. Virginia Tech has been kind of sliding lately. Virginia has looked pretty strong lately. This is a no-brainer. So number 21, Virginia, on the road at Virginia Tech. Okay, the percentage chance that Virginia Tech has to still make the big tournament, 1%, a half of a percent, almost non-existent. If this is an L, this is for certain the nail in the coffin for any hope for the Hokies. I'm all over Virginia Tech here. This is an absolute no-brainer. Give me Virginia Tech minus 2.5. Non-ranked team at home as a favorite over a road ranked team is already a system play. You take in the last 3 years, Virginia Tech's had Virginia's number. A loss at Virginia, only by 8 points, kind of when Virginia was playing their best ball. I consider that a pretty good effort from Virginia Tech. Lost the game by single digits. Now you get the same team at home. Revenge factor, hard to beat a team twice, ranked team, big opportunity. The crowd will be rocking down there in Blacksburg. Virginia Tech minus 2.5. Stop it. Lamar at SC Louisiana. You got to go home team here. Give me Louisiana on the money line. It's minus 120. Don't mess with that. If you see a 1.5 point spread on a favorite, never lay a 1.5. Just go money line. You just never know. Nicholls State at New Orleans. God, I don't know, man. I hate going with the road team in this spot. Give me Nicholls State. Again, money line play. Texas A&M Commerce. I mean, these games are... I'm not terribly familiar with the bottom barrel teams. I'd say I pay attention to like the Wichitas and the Mountain West and the Gonzagas and those type of level teams. But these type of teams, I don't pay a ton of attention to, mainly Power 5. So I really don't have an opinion. I'm not even going to give an opinion because I don't know on this one. I'm going to skip that one. William and Mary going to Charleston, 16.5, monster spread. I mean, what do you do here? Is the home team just going to kind of sleepwalk their way to a 10-point win and not care about covering? They're going to pound them in the ground by 30? I don't know. It's up to Charleston. If they want to cover, they will. Do we trust them to have a full-on effort here to get past that 16.5 margin? I don't know. I guess you lean home team and hope they keep their foot on the gas. Coppin State, Maryland Eastern Shore. No opinion. I got to pass on that one. Southern to Texas Southern. I think you go Southern in this spot. Give me the road team. Money line, minus 106. It is a public play, though. That definitely concerns me. Big public play, slight underdog on the road. That's pretty concerning. I like them as the better team, but it's just not a good spot. Don't recommend betting that game. Florida A&M at Alcorn, spreads 9.5. Give me the home team. I'll lay the points here. Single digit spread, minus 9.5. It's doable. Give me the home team. Give me Alcorn State. Iowa State at Houston. So we're getting back into some good ones here. The premier games, there's 3 of them today. We got the Virginia Tech game. So one big ACC game and then two big Big 12 games, what I'm trying to say. Iowa State catching 9.5 points at Houston. All the money's on Iowa State. I mean, 80% of the money on Iowa State. Iowa State's look so good. So good. These teams already played. Houston lost. It was a low scoring game. It was like in the 50s, wasn't it? I don't know the exact score, but I think it was, I think it was like 57-53 or something. It was low scoring, grind out game. Houston, man, I just feel like Houston is going to come alive. They're going to finish the year strong. I think they might win the Big 12. Iowa State, they've been playing so good, but they're not bulletproof. Let me go back a few games, guys. Iowa State can get beaten down on the road. Iowa State has been so good as of late. So good. Let's go back to some of their road games. Lost to 2 at Baylor, very respectable. Lost to 15 on the road at BYU. That ain't good. Lost to Oklahoma, who's trash. Lost to Oklahoma by 8 on the road. What else we got here? Lost to Virginia Tech by 9 on the road. I'm laying the points with Houston. It's a trap. Iowa State's been so good. I love Iowa State. I might put a futures bet on them to make the Elite Eight or the Final Four. This is a bad spot. They're going to get pounded here. Give me Houston laying the 9.5. And I know it's a huge number. I don't care. Give me Houston. Maybe a first half spread too. Is that out yet? Do I have that? No, it's not available yet on FanDuel. I would definitely consider maybe double dipping on this game, betting on the first half spread and betting the full game spread in case Iowa sneaks in the back door at the very, very end of the game. You just never know what happens at the end, but I expect Houston in a revenge spot, playing super good. They'll take care of business here. Kansas State going to Texas. So we got two Big 12 games, two big spreads, and two home teams that are going to win. But this is too many points. I'll gladly take 9.5 with Kansas State. Texas will find a way to get this job done. They have to win this game. Kansas State, that TCU game, that was like a beyond must win. Told you guys I was on TCU in that spot. Kansas State's going to fight here. I expect this to be a close game. 3-4 point, maybe 5 point margin of victory here. Does Kansas State pull the upset off? I'm not saying it's impossible here. Texas, this is kind of a scrappy matchup. I think this is going to be tough. Texas will win, but do they gain enough distance to cover this type of number? The other thing is we have two Big 12 games. We have two big spreads, almost double digit. You can't take both favorites. You can't just lay it with Texas and lay it with Houston. I like Houston to cover the big spread. I like Kansas State as the dog in the other game. Give me KSU with the points. NC Central at Norfolk State is the last game. NC Central at Norfolk. I think I got to lean home team, 5.5. Sharps are on them. But is pretty heavy play. You got to look at the line movement. So it's 5.5 right now. All the money's on the home team. It's a late game tomorrow, so be patient on this one. Watch that market. If the market drops, got to go NC Central. If this thing gets pushed up to 6.5, 7.5, I think Norfolk State will be a little bit better. The other thing is, guys, with these markets, so I'm going to try to, I don't want to take up too much time. I'm at the 12-minute mark in this video, and we still got to get to our official free pick for today. I want to talk about market movement, okay? Now, let's use this Virginia Tech game as an example. Hopefully, this will help you guys become better sports bettors. So the spread's 2.5, okay? Right now, 70% of wagers made are on Virginia. So 7 out of 10 people that have placed a ticket on this game said, wow, I have the much better team and I can get 2.5 points. Life's good. Sports betting's easy. I'll take Virginia getting 2.5. Well, only 57% of the cash is responsible from that side. So 7 out of 10 people have bet on Virginia, but it's not making up 70% of the cash. So the larger wagers, the majority of the money, okay, or well, not the majority because it's still a slight majority on Virginia here. But if you watch this tomorrow, guys, and we still have most of the tickets placed being on Virginia, but this money gets to like an even margin or even a slight edge on the side of Virginia Tech, and then the odds makers take that 2.5 and they actually bump it to maybe 3.5. I think something like that is a really good indicator and should further, if all the other things you like in the game have already checked out, if you already like this and this and this, you go down your checklist, and then you get the line movement and the market to kind of solidify your idea. That's kind of how I determine how heavy I go on these games. I don't like buyback on certain games. Like that Auburn game is an example. The Kentucky upset over Auburn. Auburn opened at 7.5. It shot up, but by game time, it had already been bet all the way back down. So the market responded to that early Auburn money. And then quickly they're like, uh-oh, we're starting to get our ass whooped. All these people are buying the shit out of Kentucky plus 10.5, and they brought it right back down. And Kentucky ended up being the right side by far. So if you're seeing buyback, if you're seeing a line all flippy-floppy and up and being bet back down and you're getting buyback at a certain number, that's really you're entering kind of the danger land. You want to see very, very consistent line movement. You want to see a game open at a pick 'em, go to a 1.5, go on a 2.5, see the money come in, see it being bumped. You got in early, add a good number, closing line value. You want all these things. You want the stars to align. Let's get to our official play here, our official free pick. Obviously, my best stuff, all the bets I'm going to make tomorrow will be available for members on the community tab here on YouTube. Like I said, guys, probably the best time I've seen over the last month and a half to become a member. For under $2 a day, you'll get picks from me every single day. So if you want to know exactly what I'm betting for like a couple bucks a day, that decision's up to you guys. What are we going to go with? I think I know what I'm going to go with here. I think I know what I'm going to go with. We're going to go with Virginia Tech. When I have games that are 1.5, 2.5, I try to play the money line to be safe. But I bet you guys, if you're even watching this tomorrow on Monday in the afternoon, I bet Virginia Tech will not be a 2.5 point favorite by tip off. It might even get to a 4. A non-ranked team versus a good Virginia team known for their defense. I think this is going to get to 3.5. So Virginia Tech minus 2.5 at the time of this recording here in the early morning hours of Monday. That'll be our free pick. Let me put it on the board. So there's our free pick. We'll keep a track record of these free picks. And you guys can let me know what you think in the comments. What are your favorite games for Monday? What are you guys going to be betting on? Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. And definitely hit that like button before you exit out. And definitely double check. Make sure you're subscribed. My TikTok link in the description. Follow me over there. And yeah, pretty excited to get the week rocking and rolling. I just feel so good. And it was sad that I was dialed in on a Sunday, but didn't move forward with my bets. I'm not going to make that mistake again. We're going to have an awesome week. I'll see you guys in the next video.